Stormwood & Associates is a production of the Nerd and Tie Podcast Network. For more podcasts from actual play to true crime to witchcraft, go to nerdandtie.com or join our community on Discord by finding an invite at nerdandtie.com/Discord. Over 100 years ago, the Dark Wizard Hollowell prophesied his return, but Sheriff Aesop Stormwood swore his descendants would stop him. He created Stormwood & Associates with the sole purpose of defeating Hollowell in the future. It failed. Now the young Raz Stormwood and her friends have been framed for a crime they didn't commit, and they've escaped to the Morris Halata underground. Today, still wanted by the government, they survive operating on the edge of society. If you have a problem, they can solve it. But don't get in their way, or else you might get caught in the eye of the storm. Stormwood & Associates stars Gen Proc as Raz Stormwood, Nick Izumi as Bill Carpathia, Kyle Johnson as Tristan Babbitt, and Trey Dorn as NK and Kel O'Reilly. Previously on Stormwood & Associates. The team, with their new clubhouse, has been hired by Mikhail Enris to track down the magical battery that he paid for, but has not had delivered. He paid, of course, a guy named Gorgeous Mikey. Now, Mikhail Enris told you that there was a hobbit wizard in Gorgeous Mikey's employ named Wodegon Bellpepper, but Gorgeous Mikey told you that Wodegon Bellpepper was a member of the Halfling. Don't come for me, Tolkien Estate. The Halfling Mafia, the Buttersnaps family, who had been setting up business in his club, and he claims that he paid the money to the Halflings and that they never delivered to him. So the team has decided to go to the Click Clack Club while it is open and confront Wodegon Bellpepper and the Buttersnaps crime family. And they are currently in the club where Raz has been on the dance floor. NK and Bill are up in the tabled area where NK, pretending to be drunk, has dragged Bill over to the table of halflings, and Mara's getting drunk with her fake ID. That's what's going on. So yeah, as the bass thumps, the beat pounds, and music that hasn't evolved since the 1990s continues to blast loudly in the darkened Click Clack Club in Morris Halata. Bill NK is seemingly drunkenly leaning on you as you stare at a table full of well-dressed halflings. We heard that you were the people talked to about magical artifacts, and my will here Willie.
Yeah, that's
My
me.
William
I'm
here.
Willie.
He's really into buying and selling magical artifacts. She kind of sloshes her drink slightly.
Yeah,
the table full of halflings are just staring at you.
I'm definitely in the market for some higher end magical artifacts. If you could help someone out with such a hunt.
The halflings all kind of look at each other. One of them, a well-dressed one in a fedora for some reason, because you know halflings. All right, the one of them in a fedora kind of glances up. Where did you hear we're into magical artifacts?
Oh, just I hadn't heard anything for certain, but I've heard from certain sources you might know who I could talk to.
You did. What's your full name, kid?
William Tiberius Sports Guy.
Billy Sports Guy, huh?
That's me.
Look at Billy Sports over here.
Yep.
What the hell kind of name is Sports Guy?
It's not a name that my family is especially proud of.
It's Norwegian. And Kate, Norwegian.
It was actually Sportski, but when my family got to Ellis Island, they changed it.
It sounds more Polish.
That's what you would think, but Norway has an interesting background.
Oh, do tell me.
Well,
Regale us.
A lot of people from the Sportski line were actually very much into the magic scene, but blew their fortune after making some bad deals. It's why they had to immigrate to the United States in the first place.
Really?
Yes.
And what would make you think that I would have any sort of magical items for sale? Or that I would broker such a contract?
Well, like I said, I'd heard tell that there was some interest, but if there's none, I can take my business elsewhere.
Why don't you show us something to show that you're serious, Mr. Sportsky?
All right. I'm trying to think what. Oh, yeah. All right. I pull out my the plot armor shield.
Oh, okay.
Just one of my most recent finds.
It looks like he's got a good luck charm there, boys. Like we're supposed to take him seriously with that. They all kind of laugh.
Well, that's all right. I guess you guys don't actually have a big background in magical equipment after all. That's fine.
No, it's an anti-death ward. We get it. I'm just saying, you could buy one of those down on the street for $20. They all pull one out.
I suppose you can't be too careful in this world these days.
Yeah, well, you know it doesn't do you any good if we put your feet in cement and then the rest of you in cement because there's not an ocean for hundreds of miles.
Oh, okay. Well, that is a good point.
What makes you think that we should take you seriously as a buyer?
make a strong argument. You know that?
My NK slaps you on the back. My Billy's a serious buyer. You're blowing this. Okay.
I don't know what to expect from you.
Do a thing.
Okay, I'll do a magical flourish.
Okay. What flourish are you gonna do?
Let's see. Apologies. I was not prepared for this kind of anarchy. I am going to, let's remake Morp.
Oh God, you're gonna cast summon fodder creature.
Yeah.
You're gonna make Morp. Oh boy. So how? All right. So summon fodder. You can just do this. I want you to roll me a d10 though to see how much like a human he ends up this time.
Okay.
Because human-looking things are hard.
This is true.
It will have 2 legs and 2 arms and a head, no matter what.
Okay, D10, right?
Yeah, just roll me a D10.
Crap. I rolled a 2.
That's fine. You cast summon fodder creature. I'm sorry I do this too, but it's just too much fun. And what forms there is next to you what appears like out of thin air and magical energy forms a body. It isn't wearing clothes so much as has skinned clothes colors where pants and a shirt should be. And its eyes are just seem slightly to the left of where they should be, but not too bad. But its nose is on its chin and its mouth is on its throat. And it just looks at you, goes, "Warp." Pretty much everyone who is immediately around you in the club is now staring. And all the halflings are just kind of like, their jaws have dropped. That is the most horrifying thing I have ever seen in my life.
The most horrifying? Really? Really?
Warp. Warp.
This is just a walk in the park for me. That's the kind of magic I deal with. Okay, that's getting weird.
We believe that you are serious. Could you make it go away?
I guess.
You should dispel Morp.
Dispelling Morp. Morp 2.0.
Okay. What were you looking for?
Oh, my tastes have been all over the place. Hun, what were we looking for?
We need to charge shit up.
Oh, yes.
Shit is all fucked up. So we need more power.
Yeah, I'm looking for a battery. Not the El Cheapo brand either. I'm talking a high-grade battery.
Okay. How much are you willing to spend?
Well, depends on what you have to offer. I don't usually name a price until I see what I'm buying.
I don't think you understand how this works. We need to secure you an item. To to determine the value of the item we are going to secure, at least some level of negotiation needs to open up, including your price range, kid. You and your drunk hussy can shuffle on out. I don't care what kind of horrific Lovecraftian nightmare you can summon from beyond.
Okay, how much did our friend pay for?
10 grand.
10 grand. All right. All right, then something in the range of 10 grand.
The halflings nod. Okay. Do you have a number I can text you at?
Oh, absolutely. Give him the number of one of our burner phones.
Okay. I'm going to text you a location, Will Sportsky.
Thank you.
And then you're going to be there. And you're going to have the money. And then we can make the exchange. But if I drag my ass out to the middle of the desert for nothing, and you don't show, I'm going to make sure that the scariest, the second scariest you ever see is me. The first scariest thing is definitely going to be whatever the fuck that is that you just conjured up a minute ago. That thing was terrifying.
Yeah, well, hopefully you won't have to see him again.
I think I'm going to see him in my dreams and nightmares, but okay.
Sounds like we have a deal.
Now get the fuck out of here.
Okay. Oh God, what the hell was that?
Worked.
Yeah, I guess you're right.
You could have just gone with the name on your fake.
I kind of forgot I had a fake ID at the time.
We're all Smiths.
You're all Smiths. Never mind. Let's just go tell Raz.
Okay, so Raz, you're still on the dance floor, right?
Correct.
All right, so Bill and NK approach.
Dance my way over to them.
Okay. Well, good news.
Yeah.
We were able to talk the halflings into meeting up with us for an exchange. Hopefully to actually get that battery. They're gonna text us later. I mean, I thought it was pretty dang neat, but okay, yeah, it is cool, actually, yes.
Let's go grab Babbitt.
Sounds good.
Where's Babbitt?
He is up on the second level. He's got eyes on the halflings.
We've got earpieces in.
Yeah.
Babbitt, we've got a thing figured out.
You sure?
I mean, unless you want to keep following them or something.
I mean, if we meet them in the desert or whatever, they're going to expect us to show up with payment.
Let me worry about that.
All right. Then Babbitt will go down and meet up with them.
Let's not tempt our luck and head back to the clubhouse and figure out how we're going to actually handle the desert meat once we get the text.
Sounds good.
NK walks over to the bar and grabs Mara by her collar and drags her out the door. You guys head back to the clubhouse?
Yep, I head straight back.
Yep.
We all came together.
Yeah,
so,
we all came together. So, all right. So, y'all head back to the clubhouse. NK changes back to her normal clothes. And appears much more comfortable. Okay, so, when obviously they're going to expect us to have money when we go to the meet. I'm not proposing that we pay them.
Okay.
But they're probably going to require that we show them the money at some point.
All right.
So I've got, but don't worry. Here, there's a part of the office there's part of the clubhouse you haven't seen, and that's the section of that's kind of like drywalled off into like office space. That there are a couple of doors. One of them is the bathroom, and it's clearly marked to the restroom. But there's another door into kind of an office space area that she leads you through and takes you to a side room, which has a digital lock on the door. And she punches in a code, and you hear kind of like vaults unlocking. Like, it looks like it's just like a regular door in an office, but as she opens it, you can see that it's actually like a safe room.
Oh. And
in the room, you see the football. You see a piece of electronic device that Kel's Soulstone is plugged into. You see a lot of weapons. And then there's a cabinet at the back. And NK opens up the cabinet. And it is just full of money.
Okay.
So like I said, Barrow didn't trust banks. So 90% of his assets were in cash, hidden throughout San Ricardo. This is just what I've managed to recover so far.
Wow.
Yeah, wow.
Well,
wow is right.
Like, we tracked high value bounties a lot. Like, if you remember, like, Bill, your brother Pat had a $4 million bounty on him.
Yeah, that was impressive.
Yeah, he was not the biggest score we went after.
Oh.
How do you think that Barrow could afford to, like, fly all over the world with Kel?
I don't know. Maybe he had a trust fund, or
no.
I'm not ruling it.
We earned a lot of money doing a lot of stuff. So.
Well, I know that now. A lot was happening. I guess I wasn't really thinking about it at the time.
Yeah, it's I would like to not go into this fund all that often because it's the rainy day fund. But yeah, we can grab 10 grand pretty easily.
Oh. Well then. See? Everything worked out, and we got to see Morp again. This seems like the good start to a day.
Yeah, I don't plan on giving this money to the halflings. Bill, you get a text.
Oh, jeez.
It is a set of coordinates in the desert. And you see the time of 11 a.m.
Okay. Well, we got a time, and we got a location. I feel like we're off to a good start.
Yeah, I figure we just shoot all of them and then take the battery.
That's certainly an option.
I mean, it's brutal. Like, it sounds boss.
That's an idea, for sure.
I don't know. They're all wearing death-proof wards.
Oh shit, they are.
That's true. Hey, Hey, see? My winging it revealed important information to us. I'm feeling pretty justified so far.
We shoot all of them. We take their stuff. We leave.
Good
That's-
man.
They don't have our real names. They don't know who we are.
Yeah, they have,
our
like-
fake names.
They have 2 different names for me.
I mean, they're variations on William Sports Guy.
Well, I was thinking William Sports Guy and William Smith.
They don't know the Smith one.
Yeah, but if they ask their bouncer.
God, I named you Will Smith, didn't I?
And I am definitely not getting jiggy with it.
You're much more the Jeff Goldblum.
I can't even argue with that.
I mean, if someone else has got a better plan other than shoot them all and take the stuff, I'm all for it.
And I'm hoping that they actually bring the battery. They already ripped off our buddy once.
Hologram of Kel pops in. Yeah, no, I agree. Shoot him.
Okay, we are jumping straight onto the murder train this week.
Hey, you said they're all wearing the death proof wards, right?
It's true, they are.
So they won't die? They'll just have to fight their way back from the desert slowly. That's just funny. Bunch of little halflings crawling across the sand. That's an unexpected journey.
Wow. That is... Okay.
I'll tell you what my elf eyes see.
That Ken Burns documentary brought a lot of interesting vernacular to our world. I'll tell you what. Anyway,
I'm just saying. Yeah, no, Kel and I agree, therefore we should do it.
I mean, I guess we're not actually murdering anybody, so sure, I'm on board.
Unless you, take the ward off of them after you disable them and then shoot them again.
Wow! Wow, dude. Not having a body, you have gone really dark.
I didn't say you had to do it, I'm just saying you could do it.
I'm just... Wow. Dude. Dude.
What? I'm not saying to do the thing. I'm saying you have the choice to do the thing.
Yeah, you put it on the table, though.
You weren't thinking of that?
I didn't want to. I'm lying if I say I didn't think of it. You know what? Anyone else have any input?
No, he's right. You could totally do that.
Yes, we totally could do that, and we're not going to do that.
Well, what if one of them really pisses me off?
Then we still probably shouldn't murder them. That's just, yeah.
Yeah.
NK shrugs. Takes 10K out of the cabinet. Puts it in a bag. Ooh, I've got a plan. No, that's a bad plan.
Okay.
That'd be funny, but really shouldn't do it.
Oh, God.
Not gonna do it. I promise I'm not gonna do it.
She's gonna do it.
probably
Okay,
gonna do
so... Shall we
Right
I
now
don't
it's
know.
the middle of the night.
Right, okay.
The meeting's for 11 a.m. the next day.
Okay.
Cool. Good plan. Going to bed.
Okay, you guys gonna go back to the 2-bedroom apartment?
Might as well. It's late.
You all return to the apartment building and squeeze into the tiny apartment where Bill and Babbitt are sharing a room. And I don't know who's sleeping. I don't know. What do you guys think the sleeping arrangements are in this apartment? There's 2 bedrooms, a living room, and a bathroom. And a kitchen, obviously connected to the living room. How do you think? Is Raz sharing a room with people, or has Raz come up with something else?
I don't know.
Look,
Or has Raz taken one of the bedrooms and not let anyone else stay in there?
That sounds in
Probably.
character.
So Raz has got her own room. Bill, Babbitt, and NK are sharing the other one, and Mara's on the couch.
all right. That
There's
works.
like literally bunk beds and a futon in one of the bedrooms with NK on the futon. And Bill has the bottom bunk.
NK can take the bed sometimes.
NK says thank you and still doesn't.
I mean, just on nights that Babbitt's not there.
That's true. And Mara's on the couch in the living room. So, the moon sets, the sun rises, the alarm clocks go off, and it is a new day.
Oh boy. Bill wakes up, brushes teeth.
All right, so you're going to try to brush your teeth. Roll me a d10.
My God. 3.
You attempt to go to the
Fall out.
bathroom. You attempt to get to the bathroom to brush your teeth, but Mara's already in it.
I go to grab a bowl of dry cereal instead.
Roll me a d10.
6.
You successfully find cereal. Babbitt, what are you doing?
Babbitt goes off to get coffee.
As in, buy it from somewhere else or make it?
Buys it from somewhere else. He
Okay.
drives there.
In what car?
The Lumina.
Okay. I figure everyone's taking the Lumina except for NK, like just without asking Bill. How does Raz start her day?
With a morning run. Probably a couple miles.
Okay. And NK is just sitting in the kitchen with a bottle of Diet Coke. And what would NK have for breakfast? Probably a box. Yeah, she's sitting there with a Diet Coke and a box of Little Debbie Swiss rolls. There is a small pile of wrappers next to the box.
I would say she's probably the type who would, like, put the Coke in the cereal.
So yeah, after you guys have a wonderful morning, and after about an hour, Bill is actually finally able to get into the bathroom.
Finally.
As Mara has fully, like, while in there, fully showered, done her hair, gotten dressed, put on makeup, just walks out and flips off Bill as he tries to get in.
Thanks.
And Kid just kind of looks up and says, I think I'm going to start sleeping at the clubhouse.
I mean, I don't blame ya.
Like, there's a shower there.
I mean,
It's weird that a commercial space had a shower in its bathroom, but there is one.
that is kind of weird. Not gonna lie. Huh.
Yeah, I don't know why, but there's a kitchenette. There are couches. I don't have to hear you snore. I mean, you're a very nice person, Bill. I like you.
Thanks. Never mind. We're fine. We're good.
You just snore very loudly. Very very loudly. Do you have like a deviated septum or something, or?
It's a condition. I don't know how to treat it.
Have you seen a doctor about this at all? Like this
In
stuff,
this economy?
have you heard it? Like, because I'm worried about sleep apnea with you.
Maybe I'll see a doctor. Who knows?
Okay, because I'm worried about you.
Thank you? Question mark? Anyway. Alright, who else is ready for a adventure?
Well, we gotta swing by the clubhouse and get guns. Because we're gonna shoot a bunch of halflings in the desert.
Way too excited for this.
If Kel were here, he'd think it was funny.
We know, because we asked him earlier. You know what? I'm gonna just I'm gonna try to put my phone in my pocket to record it, just in case he needs to pick me up.
I mean, I assume we were gonna have our comms on. I mean, I don't think he'll have anything to say or add during the whole thing, but like.
I mean, yeah, but I mean, I feel like if anyone would appreciate Halfling snuff film, it's him.
I mean, we could bring him.
That's true.
Well, I mean, we can just bring a camera connected to the comm system, and he can see everything like he was there without having to like actually bring him.
Yeah, that might be the best bet.
Alright.
I'm assuming at some point Raz gets back from her run.
She has a big glass of chocolate milk when she's done.
Is it really smart to drink a bunch of lactose after a run?
Yeah, actually, chocolate milk has tons of, like, really good stuff to, like, rehabilitate after a workout.
That's good to know. Alright, so y'all gonna head over to the clubhouse, arm up, and then head out to the desert?
Yep.
Yep.
Alright, so here are the questions. 1, what are you bringing?
Gonna grab a gun. Gonna bring my collapsible wand. My plot armor.
All right, gun, wand, plot armor. Babbitt, what are you bringing?
I'll bring one of the stun guns.
Okie doke. As in one of the guns with stun bullets?
Yep.
Okay. Because technically you also have, like, there are some, like, electrical tasers, you know, things
Right.
like that.
Yeah.
So
No.
All right. Anything else for Babbitt?
I mean, it's standard like lockpicks and whatnot.
Okay.
Other than that, no.
Okay. What is Raz bringing?
I think standard equipment. So, gun, grappling hook gun, zigs, lighter, sunglasses. I don't know, normal stuff.
Cool. No, just wanted to make sure. All right, now the next question is, how are you guys going to drive out there? Are you going to pile into one car or take 2 cars? Or take 2 cars and a motorcycle?
Well, wait a minute. They were only expecting me, so maybe we should try to not bring and not initially let them on that there's a ton of people coming, lest they freak out.
Yes.
I mean, so NK is at the screens. So, pops up the location in the desert on the screens. Kel pops in. So you're just gonna do that without asking me? You complained yesterday about not doing stuff. Okay, fine. You know, just make up your mind. That's just all I'm asking. Fine. Okay, so, and it pulls up the spot in the desert where it's this desert road, like this dirt desert road out in the middle of nowhere, and it is just flat ground in every direction. So I don't know how well we're going to be able to hide anything out there.
What if we all piled in one car?
Mara is
But, like,
lying
you know,
on the
in a
couch
cool
saying,
way.
"Feel free to leave me out of this," and goes back to her book. Okay, so Mara's not coming, which is probably good.
That's probably good for everybody, like, realistically.
So there's just the 4 of us? So we could fit in... Okay, so I think we've got 2 choices. We can all go in one car. Right?
Mm-hmm.
Or... And she kind of looks side to side. We can do something stupid, but fun. And that is take 2 cars, where Bill and I go in one car, because they've seen me, they've seen Bill, but we cast a magical disguise on the other car to make it look like a bunch of tumbleweeds. And then
Ooh.
Babbitt can drive casually down the road.
A bunch of tumbleweeds.
I don't know, it's the desert. What else would be rolling down a road?
I guess.
I don't know that I have a better alternative.
But that would mean that, like, because obviously if we're all in the car, they can see all of us are in the car.
Right.
But if a bunch of tumbleweeds drives around them while they're there, they might not notice. And we can get them from 2 sides.
I want you to diagram the sentence that you just said and really think about the words that you just used. Just for a second.
It makes perfect sense. Okay, so let's see here. Kelp starts, the screen's blank. I see. So if a bunch of tumbleweeds, sneak up behind them. I mean, it still kind of makes sense, Bill. I don't think she's wrong. It's just funny. Like, imagine you standing in the desert and you see a bunch of tumbleweeds go around, and then the tumbleweeds start shooting at you. That's funny.
Great.
Like a crude MS Paint animation on the screen of some stick figure hobbits, and then like a bunch of like tumbleweeds going around him, and then like the shape of a window goes down on the tumbleweeds, and Babbitt, a little stick figure goblin, sticks its arm out and starts shooting at the stick figure hobbits. Little stick figure hobbits start dying on screen.
So weirdly brutal in that context. Anyway,
one of the little stick figure hobbits starts running away, and then stick figure Bill points at him and disintegrates him.
I mean, I know I'm capable of that, but still.
Stick figure Raz runs over, grabs a little like green square that says battery, lifts it over her head, and then starts dancing. Stick figure NK runs over and high fives stick figure Babbitt. Stick figure Bill just droops his head and looks sad. And then has conflicted written over his head. Little speech bubble says, I zap and then feel bad about it.
Wow, you spent a lot of time thinking about this.
I had, when you exist as a computer, I guess that's kind of my life now. That's what I got to do.
All right, whatever.
That's the shortcut. The longer cut has got all the little stick figure hobbits dragging themselves across the desert. It's really funny.
Oh, okay. This is getting tasteless. Let's just.
They're criminals, Bill. The bad people.
I know this, but like, I still feel bad.
Well, then they should cheat people.
Okay.
All right, you guys gonna drive out to the desert?
We're gonna drive out to the desert.
All right. My name is Trey Dorn, and I was your GM for this episode. Joining me, as always, were Nick Izumi as Bill, Kyle Johnson as Babbitt, and, of course, Gen Proc as Raz Stormwood. Stormwood & Associates is a production of Nerd and Tie. You can find more information at nerdandtie.com/Stormwood. You can also find us on social media at Nerd and Tie on Twitter, nerdandtie.tumblr.com, and facebook.com/Nerd and Tie. This podcast can be subscribed to on anywhere that major podcasts are found: iTunes, Spotify, Stitcher, Podbean, and quite a few other places, and anywhere that takes an RSS feed as well. To be continued. Hey, while you're still here, let me tell you about another podcast on the Nerd and Tie Network. And that's Let's Be Legendary. Let's Be Legendary, the Feywild West, is a 5th edition Dungeons & Dragons actual play game. So, an actual play game like this one, but in a system people actually use in the real world. Set in a homebrew Wild West steampunk world, the Feywild West follows 2 people discovering what it means to be in a relationship, all the while seeking revenge and learning the truth of their pasts. Let's Be Legendary podcast is an LGBTQ+ podcast with both main and minor characters, as well as players falling under the queer blanket. A heavy RP game with a focus on story and characters. And you can hear it every week here on the Nerd and Tie Network, and you can find all of their subscription information and links at nerdandtie.com/legendary.